All right, so just a very quick update on the 1940 Buick electric steering. So basically, I left you off with all this, and what I ended up doing, I was wrong on the size in the video. I said it was 16, which I got to 16. I'm like, oh, that's way too big. So it ended up being, first I thought it was 14 by 125, but it's 14 by 150 is the actual thread, and I rethreaded it in there to get a better grip. I vice gripped it in, and I'm going to weld it, but that's basically the finished product of the front shaft. When this is in here, it's going to right where this line is where my horn contact is, and it's a fine line between this and this. Whether I'll cut that down or not remains to be seen. The horn button I'm going to go with is this one, not the other one, and it's more like the original one. This is also like a Jeep, and basically I'm going to drill a hole, the black one, so it can go all the way flush, so it can contact, because it's close to being the same size in there. It just has enough room. And this is the I don't know why I can't get this bearing in America, but I got it. It's 20 millimeters on the inside, 40 millimeters on the outside, which is just around 1.5 inches. There's a lot of imperfections in here, and there's a big parting line. So I got myself a 1.5 inch honer, flex hone, and it fits in there relatively easily. Okay, just want to show this if I can. Okay, so boom. That saves you from having to machine the bearing, which is this one here. That's the same size, but 42 millimeters, and it's a big difference. So when all is said and done, this guy will be, I'm pushing it in. It's a tight fit, but it's going to go all the way in. I only have one hand because I'm holding the camera, but came out pretty good. So I kind of got the virus, I think. So it's been a rough few days for me, and now I'm way behind in a lot of the stuff, but I just wanted to explain that it was 14 by 1.5, not what I thought it was, So that's in. I'm going to weld it, and then that's pretty much it. I think I'm going to probably end up drilling the hole as well, like I said, for the horn. Not quite sure yet, because it matters, because it's got to go inside this housing here. So you got to be able to clear it. No, well, that's going to go past. Yeah, it's going to go past this. So basically, this right here, where this rust mark is right where that piece ends, and it's going to be right here. But if you put it straight up, you're going to end up hitting the shaft, the selector shaft that goes through there. So it's like, if you don't want to see it, you kind of want it like up here, which probably not. The passenger will see it. But I was thinking right here on an angle at the 10 o'clock place, because the shaft will be not in the way, and that'll be just enough to clear, and it's outside, so it's not stuck inside this shaft. So that's good. And then once that's done and the holes are drilled and this all gets figured out as far as the depth of where I got to actually leave it, because I gave myself a little bit of wiggle room by leaving it this way on the shaft, but ultimately, sorry, I can go all the way on now that I honed it. It goes on nice. So where I put this mark here is where I figured out sorry, I don't know, I think this big light is giving me more headache right now. So sorry, just like incredible slob. Anyway, so that's the line that it should go in. This is the center line of somewhere around this ring where I'm going to put the horn. Obviously, the angle of this is going to matter. Like I said in another video, it's probably going to be, the motor's going to be like down here, because of the angle of the firewall. And this shaft obviously still has to come up quite a bit, because you have this guy here. I don't know if you saw it. But ultimately, this is... hang on. Okay. think it made more sense to pull that out and show you this again. And then I was going to get like a rubber clamp that'll clamp on this, because I really don't want to make it permanent. I want it to be able to be serviced just in case. You know, if this electrical motor ever went bad, it'd be a pain in the neck. You know, obviously, if I welded it to it, technically you could reuse this. But it leaves your options open to either use this one or the old one and just change just the piece if anything went wrong with it. So that's the way I like to think. What's going to break? Because nothing ever goes right to begin with. You know, like who knows if I got this from, you know, eBay, it even works. So that's basically it. Yeah, so I'm going to have to now start mounting this guy up once I complete this front shaft. And I think once I do finish the shaft, then I'll have a better idea of where everything lies. And then I can make this bracket for this, because that's the hard part, is mounting this, in my opinion. But we'll see how hard it is. But not sure when I'll get to this again, so you may not see a video for a little while. All right, wish me luck.